Hey everybody, it's Saratoga, and this is your weekly focus card reading for the week beginning November 2nd through November 8th, 2020. And if you're a new subscriber, you should know that this is something I do every Sunday so we can reset our focus and reset our energy for the coming week ahead. And then on Tuesdays and Fridays, I do my regular on-camera videos. Okay, so let's get started. This card is about Archangel Raphael, who is known for healing. And it says, change physicians. And then at the bottom, it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for leading me to the best healer for this situation. Now, at first glance, it might look like this card is about some kind of physical healing and perhaps a physical physician or a physical healthcare practitioner. You can certainly feel free to take it that way for yourself personally if it strikes you in that way, but when I pulled this card, I got a very different message, a much more expanded, powerful message. It came to me instantly the moment I saw this card. So it's actually a very profound message for this weekend, very much needed, because I think we could be, certainly in the US, I think we're going to have a bit of a tumultuous week ahead because of the US election happening on Tuesday. But beyond that, the whole world needs healing, right? Our planetary situation is in desperate need of healing. What does healing mean? It means restoration. It means to restore something to its original design, its original harmony. So in this sense, what does change physicians mean? Let's look at the word physician in a whole new way. The word physician represents what we look to or who we look to for a solution to a situation that is out of balance or causing us pain. So it's where we look for a solution to that pain. So I want you to think of this reading on that scale, at that larger scale. In other words, in terms of your individual life, wherever you're struggling, whatever you're having problems with, that would indicate that your life needs healing in that area. Maybe for you it is a physical healing. That would be included in terms of your life itself needing healing. Maybe you're struggling with how to cope with everything going on in the world because there's so much fear being injected into our consciousness right now. And then again, we can look at the planetary whole, and it's very obvious and clear that we need a major overhaul, healing, which is what Ascension is ultimately about. So putting all of that together, you want to think for a moment for yourself, okay, so what am I looking to for answers? Where am I looking for healing? Now, the powers that be are using fear to try and get us to look outside of ourselves, to try to get us to look at all of this on a physical level, which can look rather dire on a physical level, which can easily put us into a state of hopelessness and despair. But the message from this card is that's not the quote physician you want to be looking to. You don't want to be looking to the matrix for the answers to your healing, because if you're looking there, you're not going to see any answers. And that can easily throw you into a state of despair and fear. So the message is change physicians. Change what you're looking to for your solutions. And this actually really matches one of the original channelings I posted here from Archangel Michael, where he actually said something about not just trying to deal with this on a physical level. So I'll put the link to that channeling below in the description if you want to go revisit that, or if you haven't heard it, because he does talk about that a little bit in that particular message. So we need to go to a higher level. We need to go to a cosmic level. I've been getting such a strong message in the last couple of days, you guys, that we are not tapping into our true power. We're too much being distracted by all of this fear energy. And now I'm sure as light workers, as starseeds, as way showers, and those who are spiritually awakening, I'm sure we are definitely tapping into our power to some degree. But the message I've been getting is there's a lot more power available to us. Way, way more that we actually have within us that we are still not completely tuned into. So this card is showing us that, thank you. Thank you for leading me to the best healer for this situation. So you might say that Archangel Raphael or the angels in general are guiding us to a much better place to look for a solution, for a healing, for what is going to create the profound change and raising this all into the light, into a true manifestation of who we are and what nature is really meant to be at a higher, more infinite sense. So that's the real message. Now, if you look at this angel, this is a beautiful painting of an angel. I imagine this is intended to be Archangel Raphael, but I think the message is coming from this image. And if you look at the image, you can see that Archangel Raphael has a bright light. The brightest light is coming from his heart center. And then the secondary light is at the third eye. And then you can see above him energy and light coming into his whole being that is informing him. And I think this image is really meant to show us. This is an image where you could say Archangel Raphael is showing us, he's demonstrating to us what we need to be doing to be fully empowered in the situation we find ourselves in at a larger scale, but also in our own personal lives. So you can see the alignment, the symmetry of this image is so beautiful. So that light is coming from above, meaning from a much higher plane of reality, a much higher dimension of existence. It's entering through the crown chakra. It's informing through the third eye, the intuition, that part of you that is interdimensionally connected, that is much more powerful than just only relying on your physical senses. And then at heart center is just brilliant, because the heart is where the real cosmic connection lies. It's where your real intelligence is. Now, if you look at his hands, his outstretched hands, you can see rainbow light coming out from his hands. And what that says to me in terms of this reading is that means all chakras are activated. So all of those 7 colors of the rainbow are the same colors of the chakras. That means all the chakras are perfectly activated, perfectly balanced, and perfectly centered. And that's one of the things, as I said, that really strikes me about this image is the beautiful symmetry of energy that you see in this image. And you see there's also a feeling of calmness. In other words, when you align with who you really are and how you're actually meant to be in this universe, you're so empowered that you can actually be calm. Isn't that amazing? Because so many times on the physical level, we think of power as being, really active and lots of energy and all of this kind of thing. You're expending a whole lot of energy. But actually, this image really demonstrates alignment. Beautiful, perfect alignment with your cosmic self and who you really are, and how that power just floods your being. It floods your chakras. It floods your whole physical body, your mind, your emotions. And from there, your chakras are balanced. And the outstretched hands mean to me the power to manifest in the physical world from that place of perfect alignment who you really are and what you actually want to create. This is the power that we need to tap into, you guys. We don't want to just always be looking only at our physical situation. And I say that because I'm getting more and more messages from people who are really feeling fearful and upset about what's going on and don't really know what to do. And to me, this is an answer. Change physicians, change where you're looking for your answers. You're looking in the wrong place. You're looking at the problem itself and trying to find a solution inside that problem, trying to find a solution inside that matrix. There is no solution inside the problem itself. The solution comes from alignment with who we really are, comes from opening up to who we really are. Now, in order to open up to who we really are, we have to let go of some things, right? We have to let go of judgment and negative thoughts about ourselves and false beliefs. We have to let go of a lot of stuff because that stuff blocks that light from coming in. It blocks that full empowerment that is available to us. So it's also, we should be mindful that, we can't have it both ways. We can't like maintain a bunch of negativity, a bunch of judgment against ourselves, guilt, all that stuff. We can't maintain that and at the same time expect ourselves to feel empowered. So you could take some time this week and use this week. Actually, this is kind of cool because even though it could be a really tumultuous, difficult week, you could actually use that to your benefit. You could use that as a measurement to how aligned are you actually. Because when you see all of that happening, you could say to yourself, okay, am I reacting to all of that? Am I in fear? Am I in confusion? Am I freaking out? Or you could, and if you're doing that, then you could say, okay, that just shows me I'm not aligned with who I really am. I'm not aligned with that cosmic empowerment that is always available to me. So you could actually use that as a gauge for yourself. Isn't that cool? So then you don't have to be like completely overwhelmed and overcome with all the junk going on. So that's what I'd suggest you all do this week. Just be with this idea and contemplate it. And I put these flowers here because they're so beautiful. Nature is the most incredible creative force. I mean, look at the beauty of just these simple flowers and you think, where did they come from? They came from a little tiny seed. Do you realize you're actually seeing in these flowers the power of that same energy that I'm talking about? That's the energy that took little tiny seeds and turned them into these flowers. I mean, that's a miracle. Why can't that happen for us as human beings? Why can't that same energy come into us and assist us in blossoming in the full power of who we really are? Okay, so let the flowers be an example of the miraculous, incredible power of creation that runs through all of nature, and recognize that very same power runs through each one of us as well. And all we have to do is stop blocking it with negative thoughts, beliefs in the matrix, reactivity, all that stuff. We just need to stop blocking it so we can be like these beautiful flowers and become who we truly are meant to be. Okay, so I think that's it for now, and I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I'm sending you all so much love. Have a beautiful week ahead, and I will see you all in the next video. Namaste, everyone.